In the quiet town of Maple Ridge, Texas, peace was supposed to come easy. Neatly trimmed lawns, tidy fences, smiling neighbors, and rules, lots of them. For Monique Harrell, peace was all she wanted. A retired Air Force communications officer, she traded the chaos of foreign bases for the calm of a lakeside home. Her house overlooked a small pond, still reflective, almost sacred in its quiet. But that calm? It didn't last. Scene 2. The harassment begins. It started with letters. Small, polite at first, the kind written in perfect cursive and sealed with fake kindness. Notice of violation. Your porch light is too bright. Fine issued for improper parking distance. Noise disturbance reported after PM. Noise disturbance? Monique didn't host parties, didn't even own a stereo. But every note ended the same way. Failure to comply will result in enforcement action. At first, she laughed it off. Then came the fines. Then the warnings. Then the silence, that uneasy quiet before something breaks. Scene 3. The night of the knock. It was 2:07 a.m. when the pounding started. Not a knock, a hammering. Open up! HOA enforcement. Before she could reach the door, crash. It burst open. Two men in black tactical vests stormed in flashlights, shouting, confusion. Her dog barked wildly. The men yelled over each other, claiming she'd been warned, claiming authority they didn't have. And then one light froze on the wall. There it was, her Air Force Commendation Medal, framed beside a photo. Monique in uniform, standing on a desert runway, sunlight behind her like a halo. The man's voice cracked. You served? Monique's reply was cold, steady, precise. And I know exactly what you just did. This isn't enforcement. This is a crime. She picked up her phone and dialed 911. Calm, controlled, like she'd done it 100 times before. Scene 4. Truth comes to light minutes later. Richardson police arrived. The so-called security officers tried to talk their way out. Noise complaints, misunderstandings, HOA policy. But the truth fell apart fast. No warrant, no authorization, no emergency. By morning, the whole neighborhood was buzzing. Half the residents whispered that Monique was too dramatic. The other half wondered if they were next. That's when Monique decided enough. Scene 5. The courtroom battle. The lawsuit hit like a thunderclap. Harrell vs. Maple Ridge Homeowners Association. The HOA had money, lawyers, and connections. But Monique had evidence and the calm precision of a soldier who has seen worse than paperwork. In court, her attorney played the audio from her home security system. The sound was crystal clear. The door breaking. The shouting. HOA enforcement. Then, silence. No music. No party. No disturbance. Just lies. Then came the bombshell. A document, signed by the HOA president herself, authorizing late-night inspections to maintain community standards. Gasps filled the room. This wasn't a misunderstanding. It was a policy. Scene 6. Justice delivered. The judge's gavel slammed like a gunshot. The security team was charged with trespassing. The HOA president resigned in disgrace. And the association was fined thousands in damages, restitution, repair, and reputation. Outside the courthouse, reporters swarmed Monique. One asked, "Do you feel vindicated?" She paused, her eyes calm but sharp. Power isn't evil, but when people hide behind it, they forget what it's for. I just reminded them. Scene 7. Peace restored. Weeks later, her front door was replaced, stronger, brighter, unbroken. The same neighbors who once looked away now waved when they passed. Children played by the pond again. And in her living room, above the fireplace, still hung that same frame, the medal, the photo, and the quiet proof that sometimes the bravest battles are fought without ever raising your voice.